It is all about the Dream Cruise, of course, this weekend. And so Fox 2 teaming up with Hiller's today to bring you some retro food from the 50s and 60s. We're talking about sliders, of course. And yes, root beer floats as well. We were just talking to Dina and Jay, Chef Pete Julian, about the kinds of things that we associate with the 50s and 60s. And one of the things was like A&W, right? You know, you go and get your root beer float. But sliders and Hiller's go team hand in hand. A little bit about sliders. What I mean, the history of it.
Well, the history, there's several different stories, but the burger originated, they say, in 1885 in Wisconsin at a fair. It originated as a meatball. People were having difficulty eating it, so the guy flattened it, put it on a bun, and there you have it.
So 1885, right? Mm-hmm. So that was way retro. Like,
yes.
and then you fast forward, and people in the 50s and 60s would go, of course, grab their stuff over there. So tell us a little bit about what we're making. These are turkey sliders. Yeah. But there's some good news with this. It actually is good for you.
Yeah, it's virtually fat-free. What we're going to use is skinless turkey breast to create this delicious turkey burger, and we can start mixing it up.
What I think is hilarious, you can start mixing that up, and I'll tell you, Chef, it's really funny how many floats are here, because, you know, it's like just a couple floats. This is enough for like the entire team. Like, right. We got one for Dina, one for Jay, one for Justin. All right, what are you doing here?
All right, we're going to start with 1.5 pounds of ground turkey. And obviously this is very lean and low in fat, so we're going to have to add some items to it to bring the flavor out and add a little bit of moisture.
Because the fat is often in meat, obviously the flavor,
fat
right?
is the flavor.
So you got to replace it.
All right, so we're going to start with some diced bell pepper, yellow and red.
Adds a little color to it too.
Yeah, absolutely. Some green onions.
There's your flavor, and I know that's going to be a lot of flavor.
And this is a very high quality chili sauce that we're going to add in here, and that's going to add quite a bit of moisture since we're going to omit the fat. All right.
What do you got here? What's it?
That's Italian breadcrumbs. We're going to add that,
we'll do that later,
at the very end. We just want to mix all these good ingredients together.
I mean, and would you say? I mean, when you say that, you know, this is healthier. I mean, when people say, you know, this is healthier, they automatically go, do I want to eat this? But there are a lot of people returning to healthier right now, right?
Absolutely. I mean, this is, you know, part of what we do at Hiller's is we try and adapt a recipe that is very healthy, but also full in flavor. So you really won't be able to tell that this is virtually a fat-free product.
So you can actually fool the kids and say this is not. We're not going to call it healthy. This is just a slider.
Right. Exactly.
And they'll eat it and they'll think it's healthy. I mean, they think it's just as unhealthy as anything else that they're eating, right?
Exactly. We're going to serve it just as we would a burger.
You got some garlic?
Yep. We're going to add a little fresh garlic to that as well at the end. And then we're going to form it into patties and put it on a grill.
And so this is kind of the last hurrah for a lot of people for summer, right? I mean,
yes.
This is like the end, and the kids are going back to school, so this is a fun little thing people can do at home.
Right, right. You can make these ahead of time as well. You can freeze them, and you can also refrigerate them for about 5 days.
And you have a lot of other meat at Hiller's as well. You were
yes.
showing off some of this stuff to get ground. Tell us a little bit what we got.
We have ground buffalo. We also sell ground elk. I have brought some delicious yak patties there, if you want to serve something unusual, and we also have venison patties, as well as kosher beef as well.
No shortage.
Yeah.
And so you're going to put all that together and grill that up, and at the end of it, we have some delicious sliders.
Yeah, I heard
you, Justin.
Yeah, I heard you might need some help.
Well, we need
some of this.
Yeah, why don't you start with a float?
Okay.
Dina and Jay.
I'll take their place today.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
We'll each drink an extra one for that. And you're putting this on the
we're going to put this on the grill.
And the finished product with the magic of TV. Mm-hmm. Yes, right here, the turkey slider, ready to go.
Look at that.
You gonna try to eat? You wanna grab a bite?
You want to go first?
You go. Why don't you do that? Because you're not doing the weather right away.
Okay.
You eat that.
You sold me.
I'm gonna eat that during the commercial break.